Hey guys, Bowler here with another Ganondorf video. He came out about 2 days ago and I've been playing him a lot in the lab, testing out his moves, and also just learning the character because I actually really enjoyed this version of Ganondorf. It's like the best of all Ganondorfs I've ever played. So here's going to be some cool tips and tricks for the character. They're going to range from some practical advice in general to some more specific like tech you can actually use on certain stages or certain situations. So hopefully even if you're a newer player to Ganondorf or if you've got some more experience playing him these days, hopefully there's something useful here for anyone. So yeah, without further ado. Tip number 1, Wizard Kick Ledge Cancels. Probably the most important trick in this entire video, and my personal favorite. Ganondorf down B in SF2 can actually be cancelled on ledges like this. The move by itself is alright, but it usually has way too much end lag to actually get anything started with it and you can't really combo. But if you ledge cancel it, you don't have any of those laggy frames at the end and you can do almost anything out of it. Depending on your opponent's DI and character weight, you can get an up air, a forward air, or even a down air for a kill. This is definitely his most useful and stylish trick you can do in SF2 and probably the most important to learn. So if there's anything from this video you learn the down B ledge cancels. They're really hype and very useful. And next for tip number 2, we're going to stay with down B ledge cancels, this time WarioWare down B cancels. This is a stage specific tech which only really works on WarioWare. You can kind of do it on other stages, but this is the best competitive stage for it, so I want to talk about this one specifically. But anyways, pick WarioWare, pick Ganondorf, and then look at this. Yup, you can pretty much cancel anything with grounded down B on this stage. As long as you're below a platform and you do grounded down B, you pretty much cancel all the end lag. It's amazing. This is definitely the sickest stage for Ganondorf. All the cool movement you can do, there's gonna be amazing clips. Like, I just love it. It's so cool. Tip number 3 is not too big of a surprise if you've played a lot of SF2 Ganon already. But tip number 3 is that Ganondorf has 2 different up tilts depending on how long you hold the attack button. If you briefly hold the attack button when doing an up tilt, you get this one, which is the spiking hitbox. Pretty good for ending combos and also just edge guarding. But if you hold the attack, you get the Smash Bros. Melee one, where he pulls them in and does the big explosion. The best use for the explosion one, since it's much slower, is actually to break shield. It can break a full health shield, which is like amazing. Tip number 4 is a cool Ganondorf up B edge guard trick you can do. Similar to Captain Falcon again, Ganondorf's up special can actually grab opponents, but unlike Captain Falcon, Ganondorf doesn't stop the momentum when grabbing them, he keeps going and throws them at the end. This is actually pretty useful, especially since you don't go into free fall after using the up B, which means if you grab the opponent, especially off stage, you can up B again to recover. You can already tell there's a lot of cool situations where you can do edge guards with this. On some characters you can keep continuously up B'ing them if their recovery is like really bad. So yeah, again, there's some cheeky edge guards you can get with this trick. Definitely worth knowing, although do be careful, you can definitely die if you miss the grab, obviously. Tip number 5 is the neutral air reflector. Use this, obviously. I mean, this is only here really because it's a crime if I didn't put it in here. Even if there's only one Ganondorf player who didn't know this, use the neutral air reflector. It's so good in matchups against projectile characters. This is probably the most useful tip if you didn't actually know it, but a lot of you probably already do know this. His neutral air reflects projectiles, obviously, so like characters like Simon and Samus, you can actually, maybe win since you can reflect those missiles and crosses, which is great. So definitely learn what you can reflect in what matchups because it's actually very useful considering neutral air is kind of easy to just throw out. You can keep reflecting anything. Tip number 6 is side B drifting. Like the name implies, you can actually drift a lot with Ganondorf side B if you do the aerial version. This is actually really good because you can choose to do a suicide version or actually recover to the stage when you grab somebody on the ledge. And best of all, it's this cool little trick. If you land right on the ledge, you actually throw your opponent down while staying on the stage. Some characters can actually survive this if their recovery is really good, but some characters, their recovery is not very good. It's like a free edge guard. And even if they do somehow live, you can do like an up air or a down air and it's just a guaranteed kill. So it's definitely worth knowing this trick, although I will say the positioning is very specific and kind of hard to get with the spacing. Tip number 7 is less of a tip and more of a practical advice that I don't see anyone using, which is Ganondorf's forward tilt is an amazing kill move. The speed it comes out at and the angle it sends at are great. It sends at a very low angle, so like even if it doesn't kill them, which it usually does, they're in a very bad position to recover. They're below the stage and you can get a free edge guard off of it. So definitely use Ganondorf forward tilt. You can actually combo into it from neutral air, and I also think it's just a great move. This is less of a tip, but for number 8, I wanted to show Ganondorf actually has some weaknesses you have to be wary of when playing him, which is the blind spots on some of his smash attacks. Sort of like Roy zones, Ganondorf has these parts of his like sword hitboxes that just don't have hitboxes. His forward smash is kind of lacking the hilt hitbox, so if you're like right inside of Ganondorf, you won't get hit by the forward smash. I've definitely seen some moments where people are really confused how it doesn't hit them. It's because you don't really have the very up-close hitbox, which is fine. It's kind of balanced that way. Another important one is his up smash. Small characters like Kirby and Jigglypuff can actually duck underneath it at the ending and the beginning, which is kind of cheeky, I mean, it is an up smash after all. I don't really blame the hitbox for this, but it's just funny and, kind of useful to know. Moving on to tip number 9. Here's some good advice for recovering with Ganondorf. Some people don't know that your aerial down B actually replenishes your double jump, meaning if you want to recover, if you're really far away from the stage, you can double jump, down B, double jump again, and then up B. You should really only be doing this if you are above the stage. If you're below, the down B sends you too far, but if you're above the stage and far away, definitely make use of the down B, replenishing your double jump. I also recommend people use their side B to ledge snap. It's very fast and also has a big ledge snap hitbox. Like you can just grab the ledge from almost anywhere with side B. It's very useful. And tip number 10 is just some advice on his combos. Ganondorf has one of the best combo games in the entire game. Like seriously, he has some of the greatest combo throws. His down throw is great. You can get neutral air strings off of it. You can get up air strings off of his down throw. His up throw is great. You can get some up airs off of it. It's not guaranteed. I actually prefer down throw over up throw, but they're both really good. There's actually a really cool video by another SF2 YouTuber named Inari who made a video showing off some Ganon combos. I would recommend checking it out if you want to get better at his combo game, so I linked it in the description below. But yeah, in general, Ganon has one of the best combo games in the game. Learn his down throw and up throw combos. And number 11 bonus tip, okay? Kind of useless, but I wanted to talk about it anyways because it's kind of funny. You actually can do something cool in, I guess, doubles matches with Ganondorf's up throw. You can't reflect this projectile here, this yellow thing, but you can actually counter it. So yeah, maybe you can do some cool team combos. I mean, it's kind of useless and dumb, but I wanted to mention it, okay? So yeah, kind of a short video. I just wanted to help people, learn Ganondorf since he's new and a lot of people are picking him up. So yeah, thanks for watching. Subscribe for Ganon buffs, and I'll see you in the next video.